Japanese division wiki site, and it's currently the only wiki written in Japanese, I believe. So a lot of Japanese agents go to my website and gather information. But anyway, I wanted to show you today my Firecrest build that I use for boss farming to achieve top rank in DZ leaderboard. So the build is basically PvE, but it may work for PvP. It is definitely strong when you encounter maybe one or two rogues, or shot by someone in Dark Zone, if you can burn rogue agents and manage to try to keep close to the fire turret. Okay, so I call this Fire Haste build, and it is 4 Firecrest and 2 high ends. 2 high ends are Vigorous Chest and Inventive Backpack. The reason for these high end is that Inventive gives you more skill power than Specialized, because the Specialized are more you become more on the firearms and stamina, whereas this more spec'd on electronics. So Inventive would give you higher skill power than Specialized. And some people like to use Resourceful. It's a good healing source, but it doesn't give you enough damage to enemies. So I like to use Inventive. Vigorous, I like to use this because it gives me over here on Booster Shot, and also Booster Shot gives you damage mitigation and extra damage. So it's great for solo as well as in a team. So highly recommend putting Vigorous Chest. So 4 Firecrests are mask, knee pad, gloves, and holster. My main focal point is on this build is skill power and high skill haste, and is focused to PvE. So I put a lot of skill haste and elite damage as much as possible. When you look at the stats, I put 4 electronics and 1 stamina, with 3 of them on the holster. I want to go through all these parts for the attributes. The Vigorous Chest, I have skill haste with health and ammo capacity. Again, skill haste is a key point of this build. Firecrest mask, I have skill power and damage to elite. Damage to elite is very important for PvE. Knee pad, I put a skill power and damage to elite. The other 2 minor attributes could be anything. Backpack, I put a health on. Might want to put a skill part, but the trade-off is difficult because you want a little bit of survivability. So I put health on major attribute for this, and minor attribute I have ammo capacity. Gloves, this is the hardest one to get. I've been looking for this week and finally got this, but still my armor is low. But I have a skill haste, assault rifle damage, which I use mostly on assault rifles, and critical hit chance. And finally, for holster, I have a skill haste. Now I want to just brief the mods. I put everything to skill haste, and One, I believe, actually, one is from Fire Arms and skill haste, and one, and all the others are electronic skill haste. Back, yes. And then performance mod, I have turret damage. Backpack is turret damage. As a turret damage, I want to have that 3.5% to 4% in future, but this is good enough. So with that said, I have skill power of 300k, skill haste of 38%, which is really fast. And I want to go through weapons. These weapons I use, assault rifles are LVOAC and Urban MDR. LVOAC, I have talented, competent, and predatory. Talented is really useful on skill build because when you kill an enemy, your skill power increases. It's very useful. And then competent, in this build you want to also shoot with your assault rifle, so competent is really useful. It's really powerful. And then I have a predatory just to have more survivability. Urban MDR, I have talented, again, is to increase your skill power. I have intense, if the target is not on fire, I might be able to get this status effect to the enemy, which will benefit for this final target talent, which is distracted. Your damage is increased by 18% against targets with status effects. It's really strong when enemies on fire, so Urban MDR is really nice with Firecrest. Sidearms, it's not really important, but I use 93R with Expert and Harmful. Now I want to show you the skills. As I said, booster shot. Obviously, Firecrest is Dragon Breath. You want to have that fire turret going on. And then recovery link. If I play solo, I use this. If you're in a party, you might want to switch tactical link or survival link if your party is using recovery link. It depends on your playstyle, team playstyle. And for talent, when you're solo, you don't really need triage. You might be able to put critical save, and then strike back will give you a skill cooldown faster. Wildfire, this will enable you more burns for fire turret. And then tech support is really nice if you kill a target when your skill is deployed. So and then your skill cooldown will extend for 10. Your active skills will duration will be 10% higher, so it definitely will be useful for fire turret. So when you're in team, I take off critical save and put triage. So when I shoot booster shot to my teammates, you'll get a higher, faster skill cooldown. So it's highly recommended. Again, when you in a party, I definitely want to use booster shot and have teammates use booster shot as well with vigorous. It just gives you higher survivability. So yeah, I solo Dark Zone and farm Dark Zone bosses with this build, and it's pretty efficient, and I don't usually die as much, and I don't even use recover link as much. So yeah, it's a nice build. I call this Fire Haste because I can shoot my heal real quick. I can drop or throw turrets really fast. The cooldowns are really fast. As you can see, my booster shot is almost halfway. The turret is also almost halfway. So yeah, kind of like this build. It's very safe, strong, and fun. You can also shoot. So that's it. I'm just gonna run my solo play video after this. Hope you guys enjoy the video and maybe create this build. It's fun. I recommend it. Well, thank you for listening. Bye bye.
Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted. Warning. Readings indicate this area is contaminated. additional hostiles. Objective updated.